Okay, so today we're going to be making salad. I know you're probably thinking, I know how to make a salad. Well, there are tons of YouTube videos of people cooking things you already know how to make, but I'm going to show you a little trick. On hand, you want to have a few things. You want to have a knife. Unless you can karate chop vegetables, you want to have a knife. You also want to have a bowl to put the salad in. If you want to get really fancy, you can have a salad spinner. Sometimes the salad seems already clean, but my mother would tell me, wash the lettuce every single time, even if the lettuce is like, says pre-washed on the package, she would still tell me to wash the lettuce. So have a salad spinner. You know, it helps get rid of dirt and any of the residue that's on the salad, on the lettuce. What? Things like poison or dirt or whatever. Pesticides. My thing's dirt. You don't want it to be grainy when you're eating the salad. But anyways, as long as you have these three things, you're good to go. I'm going to start by showing you a base salad. Like a few ingredients that you can take to any sort of flavor profile. Like you have the base and then you can branch out from there in any direction. I'll show you a few of my go-to salad recipes, what is included in the ingredients, and also sauces. Sauces are important, or dressings, if you want to call them dressings. My whole thing about cooking, I love to cook. I love being creative in the kitchen. I love using what I have in the house already to just whip up a meal. You know, cooking is a playful experience. You gotta try things out, experiment, don't take it too seriously, you know, just do what you can. It's what you... I did just go to the store for the sake of this video, but I'm saying, like, usually I would have lettuce. Okay, well, some people don't have lettuce. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm just saying, we're making a salad today. You would have the basic ingredients, such as lettuce, maybe cucumber, whatever. But then there are a few other things where I'm saying you may have just in your pantry, such as leftover sweet potato or carrots or rice, all of these things that you can add to the salad to just bulk it up a bit. And based off of what you have, you can kind of get an idea for what the flavor profile is and what kind of dressing that you put on. And you know, you go with the flow with it, and it comes out edible. it comes out tasting good. And just, you know, adjust until it tastes good. So we're going to start with the base of any salad. Lettuce. Lettuce. You can have any type of lettuce. You can have baby lettuce. You can have red leaf lettuce, green leaf lettuce. You can have kale. You can do cabbage if you want. If you want spinach. Anything green. We need a green leaf as the base. So we have sweet baby lettuces mixed with this live lettuce trio. My mom picked this out. It has roots at the bottom, and I don't know if you're supposed to plant these when you get home and just like grow it in your garden. I don't really know what this is for, but I'm gonna chop this into the salad. Sorry. Before we start with the actual fresh vegetables, we want to cook anything or bake anything. Since you have to keep an eye on things that are on the stove, such as if you were going to add meat to it, but we'll get there. You want to put whatever needs to be in the oven, things that you would bake, into the oven. So for my salads, I love having some sort of warm vegetable. So anything that I would bake, you could bake. I like root vegetables. I like squash. I like sweet potato. You can even do regular potato. You can really do anything. This is the whole point of this video, is you can throw anything into the bowl, mix it up, and it will taste good. You can have salad every day of your life. But for this salad, we're gonna make somewhat of an Asian-inspired salad. We're going to do a miso dressing. I have this nice squash here that I'm going to cut up, put in the oven at 375 degrees. Anywhere, you can really put it at any degrees. Just keep an eye on it, and you can tell when it is ready because it will be soft on the inside and have a little bit of a golden brown edge. So we're gonna start by doing that. You want to wash, again, just like the lettuce, you want to wash your vegetables. Sometimes when I'm cooking vegetables, I'm just like, oh, the germs will get cooked out of them. But
because your mother is filming,
we're gonna wash the vegetables. Otherwise, she'll be like, I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it. So yeah, you want to get it preheating so that you can chop up your vegetables in the meantime. Well, you want to get it preheating right away so you can get yourself cooking, so that by the time you're done chopping up the vegetables and putting the salad together, your warm veg will be ready to go. What I mean by warm veg, anything that's like a root vegetable that bakes really well will be delicious in your salad. I like to sometimes do a mix of carrots and parsnips. I love parsnips. If you have yet to try parsnips, it's like a beige carrot. Tastes a bit zippier. I don't really know like how to describe it. It's delicious though. Sort of tastes like a mix between a turnip and a carrot. You can also do the good old sweet potato. I'm sure you all know what that looks like. One of the things that I love to do is purple sweet potatoes. So that would be like Japanese sweet potatoes, Caribbean sweet potatoes, all of those sweet potatoes with the purple flesh. They are so good. They taste somewhat like a baked potato and a sweet potato. So for people who think that sweet potatoes are a little too sweet and like mushy, they're a good try for that. Also, you can do any type of squash. So we have acorn squashes here. You can do acorn squash. You can do butternut squash. You can really do any type of squash. The thing is, certain vegetables will lean more towards certain flavor profiles. So it will sort of determine the type of dressing that you will make. But anything really works. Your compost will be your best friend. So you should just keep it beside your cooking area. So for cutting squash, I like to cut it down the middle. I mean, it'll depend on what type of squash you have because all squashes are shaped slightly differently. For this squash, you can cut it straight down the middle. Get a spoon, or you can use your hands if you really want to get into it. Scrape out the seeds. Like that. Similar to pumpkin seeds, you know, if you're into using every bit of the ingredient, you could probably roast these. I am definitely an advocate for utilizing all parts of the ingredient. Sometimes, you know, like I did with the squash seeds, sometimes I won't use absolutely every single part of the vegetable, but that's one thing I'm passionate about in terms of meat and our meat consumption. I like when the whole animal is used. If you're gonna eat the animal, use it all. I cut it into fourths here, and then I just did a little triangle around the stem. Toss that out. Then I'm going to cut these in half again. Then I'm going to cut these triangular pieces in half and cut little pieces. Try to do similar size pieces. And I'll repeat that. I like to have a nice chunk in there, you know, like it's personal preference. You can cut them tiny if you want them to really like blend into the salad, but I like to have like chunk, you know, similar to like, because I don't eat that much meat, so I like to have something that sort of acts as like a hearty component of the salad. Okay, we are now done chopping up the squash. We're going to bring over, actually, before I bring over the pan, I'm going to grab the bowl, the same salad bowl that we're going to use. I'm just going to throw the chunks into the bowl. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil. You can use any type of oil. I'm sure you don't really have to use oil. They just may come out a bit more dry, but that's okay. And then just some salt and pepper. And then toss them up. You don't have to do a fancy toss. You can toss them with your hands. But if you did want to try, shake, pull back, pull it back towards you. Now you're going to take some parchment paper. Shot of that. Okay.
Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, you gotta get out of here, otherwise
I'm going. No. I need to go eat.
So any of the other root vegetables that I mentioned, like it doesn't have to just be root vegetables. It can be cauliflower, broccoli, zucchini, mushrooms, anything you want to roast. You would just follow the same procedure, you know, coat it with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, put it on some parchment paper or aluminum foil or not. The whole idea here is like, you know, just do what you gotta do to make the salad. I don't want you to be like, oh, I don't have parchment paper, I can't make it. That doesn't matter. If you wanted to throw it in the microwave, it would cook as well. Wouldn't have the exact same taste, but that doesn't really matter. You're just gonna have an enjoyable salad. It's gonna be coated with dressing. You're gonna like it. So, what I'm gonna do is put it onto the parchment paper, and I like to flip it skin side down. You don't have to worry about flipping it because the skin during the 40 minutes you have it in the oven is not going to burn, and the top will get nice and like a little bit crispy, and the inside will just be like this fluffy, smooth, delicious squash. So skin side down. If you want to finish it off with a little bit of salt and pepper on top, you can do that. I like to do that sometimes. I'm going to wash my hands. While I'm over at the sink, I'm also going to wash the bowl quickly. And you know, cooking is really like, it's like a meditative experience. You know, it's like dancing around the kitchen. Like, ooh, can I grab this over here? Ooh, what can I add over here? Open the cupboard. Ooh, look, all of this. Or, you know, you can also talk to your dog, put on something to watch, or if you have friends over and talk to your friends, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna put this into the oven right now. I like parsnips. No, okay. No. Okay. Stick to the salad we're making. Okay, next. Green thyme. Shout out if you love vegetables. Hands up if you like a crispy what? Oh yeah, Mandy loves veggies. Hey, I love veggies. If you like a nice fresh piece of lettuce, put it in the comments. Okay, comment your favorite lettuce. Okay, now what we're gonna do, you could wash the spoon. You could also just leave it like that because it's all going in my mouth. I'm gonna put the lettuce on the chopping board. I got into this chopping the lettuce because sometimes the pieces are kind of big, and you know they end up like squishing into your mouth, and then the dressing gets on your cheeks, and you're like, I thought I was eating a dainty salad. To each his own, whatever. But I'm gonna chop this salad just a little bit, just like a light chop. You know, not like a not like that. That's good. Now, usually it would go into the salad spinner. This one says here, thoroughly washed. It says it on the package, and I'm trusting that. So this one is gonna go straight into the bowl. But don't worry, if you wanna see the salad spinner in action, this one says wash well. So I will be using the salad spinner on that one. Like YouTube video, how to use a salad spinner. Okay. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is definitely to plant somewhere.
That's just really fresh.
I don't know. Like, I think this could grow big. I don't know.
Probably. I think we tried it.
Well, yeah, it's
sure it's
winter
good.
now, so we're gonna. This is live. Like, it could keep going. Plants, we love you. We do love you. But right now I'm making salad. So chop this one up as well. Get the salad spinner. Bring it over here into the salad spinner. Then just want to massage it a little bit. Now that's just to, you know, get the water to coat the leaves equally. It's not like actually a massage for the lettuce. I mean, it's not intended to be a massage for lettuce. I will tell you though, I worked at a restaurant and they were, apparently you have to massage kale. Like you have to massage kale before you eat it. Like some guy was literally like, he sent his food back. He was like, this kale has not been massaged. I can tell. And I'm like, just eat the salad. But if you're making kale salad, maybe try massaging it. I don't know. That should be good. You see all that dirt coming off of it. Don't worry if the salad's like a little wet. I'm just gonna do the same thing for this one. And I like to, I mean, it obviously depends on the size of the group you're feeding. If it's just for yourself or if it's for a whole family or friends, it will determine how much salad you make. But I like making I like salad, you know, like this is the whole point of this is that you could eat salad for every single day and it'll feel like you're eating, you know, a new meal every day because it's so versatile. But I'm just saying, I like to make a big salad and then you can like store it in the fridge. It will store for like a week probably. It'll store for like
a couple days.
It'll store for like 4 days. No, it will. No, it depends if you got the one that already said 50% off when you bought it.
Or just had cabbage and onions.
What?
I've seen that in your house.
Yeah, I put cabbage in it.
No lettuce.
I put lettuce in it too. My cabbage has been sitting in my fridge for 3 weeks now and it still looks perfect. If you're in the kitchen, sorry I didn't mention this earlier, but I have one of these, okay? You see, real chefs have one of these on hand so you can just, sometimes you put it here, like this. Might even have an apron, I don't know. But, I mean, yeah, it's good to have. I was kind of joking, but it is good to have. Next, what are we gonna do? We're gonna chop up the veg. First, we're gonna wash the veg. Wash your veggies. Cucumber. I'm gonna start with the base ingredients that I like to put in all of my salads. I like to have this in my salad. I like to have a pepper in my salad. I like to have an onion in my salad. Those are like, I would say, like must-haves. But even if you don't have them, you can still make salad. You don't need them. So we're gonna wash these. Make sure you don't put the plastic in your compost bin. So these plastic wrappers on cucumbers, when you cut off the edge, don't throw the plastic in your compost bin. Or, you know, sometimes there's stickers on the peppers. Don't throw that in your compost bin. It's okay if it happens here and there, but I would say if you're speeding through the kitchen and you like can't handle remembering that, take a breath, calm down, reconnect with the cooking experience. Enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. Like, again, it's a bit of like a meditative thing. And I would say, Charles, slow down. Making salad here, for God's sake. What?
You don't watch them?
I get like a nice close up of that water running on my cucumber. I like, yeah, close ups. See, you can put it on your little dish rag here to just dry a little bit. Just like move them around on it. Now, we're gonna chop the pepper. I like to chop it in half and just do a nice little U. Get all that out. One clean sweep. You want to target, you know, the white part and around the stem. And done. We're gonna chop it into strips. And then just give it a quick little rough chop into little bite-sized pieces. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Didn't you know that Gordon Ramsay said to put your fingers like this when you're chopping on vegetables? I'll show you what I mean. You're supposed to go like this, okay? One's lightly in front. Go like this, so that you're not cutting your fingers. Well,
you look like you're gonna cut your hand off most of the time.
Sometimes I'll do it, but I mean, I don't know. I cook a lot, okay? Like, I'm pretty confident with my cutting ability, but, you know, yes, be safe. If you want to try that method, it's definitely a professional method. Well, I don't know. I'm not here trying to like through it. Like, we're just here cooking in the kitchen. Just cooking in the kitchen. Just you and me, friends.
You just about cut your finger off.
Okay, let me try it. This, I don't even know how to grip it now. If it falls on the floor, guess what? And
It goes on the floor, eat it.
Don't put it in the salad for the rest of the people. Okay. When it comes to chopping an onion, cut it in half. Cut this, not the one with the hair, but the one with the tail. Apparently that helps with avoiding having your eyes water. Then you chop off that end, peel off the layer.
throw it in the bowl.
I thought that was the compost in the
Yeah,
side.
they're both the
They
same.
look the
Which
same.
one is,
Okay.
You'll never be invited back.
So, now that we have the onion, there's a method to this as well. You want me to tell you tricks. If you're trying to dice an onion, apparently, you know, cut it.
Wow, that looks unsafe.
Cut it like this.
Unsafe.
Don't mind my hands. Just mind what the knife is doing as it touches the onion. So to the side a little, like a few slivers to the side. Then you want to cut it like so. And then give it a dice again. Finger placement. I like for my salads, it doesn't really matter. Again, it's all going in your mouth. But you can also cut it like this. I sometimes like the big, long strips, especially, for example, if you want to saute the onions, the strips work well. You can saute the onions too. All the things you can do. You know what? I'm gonna add both the diced and the strips to my salad.
You like a Dr. Seuss book?
What?
Oh, things you can do. Salad. These books salad.
Well, one, two. Okay. Now, this is the base salad. You can take this anywhere. You could have it like this. You could add in the add-ins. You can add in pretty much any other vegetable. If you like carrots in here, like fresh carrots, you can add in carrots. I might add in a carrot, actually. I may. They're getting washed. What? You can add in carrots. You can add in, for example, tomatoes. These are obvious ones. You can add in, if you like extra cucumber. I like cucumber a lot. So like sometimes add in 2 cucumbers. Sometimes add in 2 peppers. One of different colors because, you know, you want color. It's a salad. You want color. You can also add in herbs. I love adding herbs to my salad. So you can add in dill, parsley, oregano, basil, whatever. For this salad specifically, I'm going to be adding in cilantro because it's sort of like a miso dressing, you know? Cilantro pairs well with miso. You can also add in things like corn, frozen or fresh. You can add in things like sweet peas. What are they? Green peas? You can add in green peas. You can add in green beans. You can add in asparagus. You can add in edamame. I'm going to be adding in edamame in this one. You can, I think where we're going next is the addition of cabbage. These are things that are similar to lettuce. Okay, they're also just acting as somewhat of a base. But I like adding cabbage to mine just to give it a little bit of an extra crunch. For this cabbage, I have I think it's a Napa cabbage. This one tastes really good with the miso dressing. So I'm just going to cut the end off of that. Maybe I'll grab my lettuce thing. Chop it into pieces like so. I'm probably not gonna add the whole cabbage, but you can. I'm gonna, just kind of separate the leaves a bit so that the water can wash them. Just using the salad spinner again quickly, and it's literally shaking off my counter. We're gonna add in the cabbage. I like about they are big chunks. You could cut them in half, but I'm not going to. So just to see how our salad is looking so far. You can use salad tongs. I like to use my hands. Maybe I'm Maybe it's because the guy said massage the lettuce. So now I'm just... Okay, looking good. Looking good. It's a nice mixture of ingredients in there. You know, it's looking like it's ready for the next step. So this salad I'm going to be making is going to be somewhat Asian inspired. It's a miso dressing. So I'm going to be adding in some fresh carrots. I'm going to try to, like, you know, julienne them, you know, into like little like matchsticks. I'm going to add in some green pepper. I mean, I just like green pepper. You can add it. It also tastes good with, like, if you're doing any sort of like chipotle vinaigrette, like chipotle, like any like Tex-Mex inspired salad. Tastes good with green pepper. I'm going to be adding in avocado. Avocado is great. It adds like a creaminess. So when you have a dressing that's a little thin, you add an avocado, it really smooths it out. And I'm going to be adding cilantro. So, oh, sorry. And the edamame and the frozen corn. So let's chop these up. You want to top and tail. Most veggies, you know, you want to top and tail. And what that means is top and tail. Before you get any ideas. So I'm going to cut them in half. I'm going to cut these in half. I've always sort of... It's not my forte, doing vegetables cut like this. So just... Maybe you'll want to look up another YouTube video to learn how to cut them like this, because I don't know if trying the way that I'm going to be doing is the safest. But we got it. We got it though. We got it though. We want them like this, someone like this. If you have one of those vegetable like shredders, you can do it in those nice like thick curly pieces. I don't know what that machine is that they use, but it like drags down and it like curls them all nice, like thick strips, like elegant. Okay, elegant. Next, we're gonna cut the pepper the same way that I showed you before. Update on the squash. You want to check on it, you know, after like half an hour. It's looking almost done. The thing is, I like mine to be like nice and golden brown on the top. When squash cooks, it'll soften, but I want to take it to the point where it's sort of getting like hard again. Like it's sort of getting a little crispy on the edges and soft on the inside. So like a chocolate chip cookie, you know? I mean, people like their cookies all different types of ways though, so can't really use that as an example, but I'm just saying, I like it when it's golden brown. I like it when it's a little crispy on the edges. And so I will cook it probably for another 10 minutes, maybe, till it gets brown. And then I'm gonna turn the oven off and leave it in there. So we have the salad. Next, not avocado yet. You know, avocado is like the finishing touch that you want to add because it gets brown. We'll do the herbs next. Cilantro. I'll probably use half of this. I like to throw my herbs right into the salad. Some people like to put it in like dressings. I like to throw it right into the salad, mix it up, and I like to use a lot. Like I want there to be that herbaceous flavor in every single bite. So yeah, I'll probably use like half of this. I could use the whole thing, to be honest, but maybe I'll make something else with this later in the week, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna wash the herbs. Herbs carry a lot of dirt. You wanna wash these. You definitely wanna wash these. So I'm just gonna like Pat them dry a little bit. Put it on my chopping board. Give it a rough chop. You can just like, you know, tear off the leaves and leave the stems, but you can also eat the stems. So I'm going to put it in the salad. Throw that on top. One thing that I really like to add to my salads that they did not have at the grocery store this time is radish. I think radish has like this, adds a bit of like crunch, and depending on the radish you get, like you can add, you know, like the pink radishes to the majority of the other salads will, you know, it will taste good with that. For this specific salad, I like to add the daikon radish, so like the long white one, and it has this like spiciness to it, a bit of like, it gives it a bit of a kick. So I do like to add it, but they didn't have it at the grocery store, so we will make do. So I'm going to toss this. I want to, you know, see where we're at. Again, I like to like do it in steps. Yeah, try to keep it in the bowl. If it falls onto the floor, I mean, the only thing is, if you have dogs, you gotta be careful because they can't eat onions. They can eat pretty much everything in here, even the cilantro they can eat, but onions, bombs to dogs. Okay, we're looking good. Okay, we're looking good on the salad. Now, because the root veg is almost ready, maybe like another 15 minutes, the salad is basically ready. You want to get those two things done before you start thinking about the meat that you're going to be adding, because meat only really usually takes 20 minutes to cook. If you're going to be like sauteing or barbecuing any type of meat, if you're going to be boiling eggs, you can add all of these different protein elements to it, and it will take about 15 minutes to make that. So this would be the time before you add in like the avocado. Again, doesn't really, but if you're going to be adding in any sort of meat element to the salad, now would be the time to cook it. So you can saute any type of meat that you'd like, or you can grill it, whatever. What I love to do though, if I'm eating meat, I love to saute my meat in ghee. Like, I don't know what you like to cook with. I'm sure it will taste delicious anyway, but ghee, there's something about sauteing meat in ghee. It just like tastes like so good. I don't know how to describe it other than so good. So if you're doing that, do that. We have leftover chicken breasts and, oh, did I also say bake? You can bake it, obviously. It's for the healthy option. We have chicken breasts and we have salmon. Sometimes I like to boil eggs. I said that. Also, if you're going to add any sort of grain into your salad, you can add in like rice. Sometimes add in some rice, some quinoa, whatever, just to sort of like make it hearty. Because that's the thing about salads. People are like, oh, it's like, is it a meal? You can make it a meal. You can make it a meal. You put grains in there, you put meat in there, and it's basically like, it looks like the food guide, like plate. Green, grain, meat, except for it's in one bowl. It's like a Buddha bowl. Sure, it's like a Buddha bowl, but it's a salad because it's like mostly lettuce. So yeah, I'm not going to add any grains today, but definitely rice would taste good in this salad as well. It's nice like white rice, you know, you just boil it, put a little salt and pepper. Sometimes you can put some butter on it at the end and throw it in there. Voila. Next, we are going to defrost these because I got them frozen. I'm going to defrost these. I'm going to just put them in a bowl, put some water on top, and put them in the microwave. Look how much there is left. Like,
You can't use the whole bag. That's
yes,
a lot.
in this, you definitely could.
Just leave it.
I mean, you definitely could use the whole bag, but
Glide, yeah. They should have said, well, they messed it up. Glide, go, send in your yes.
Don't do that.
What? Can't moon in the kitchen. Can't do anything in the kitchen.
You don't want to be mooned by a 30-something? 30's the new 25.
Get out of here. She's shaking her treats at you. Come on. Get.
Get? Trim? Hey! Nobody gets me. The treats? I don't want your damn treats.
Okay. Teddy, you're a good boy. He's hungry. Teddy's hungry.
Daddy is really hungry.
What's he gonna have for dinner?
Dog.
No, he's not. He had that for breakfast.
No, he didn't even eat
He was supposed to eat steak.
Not happening.
Anyways,
Okay, come on.
we've made it to the dressing part of the video. Just like the salad, the dressing has a few like base ingredients that from there you can take it anywhere. So, first off,
Where's the mustard?
no.
I always have mustard.
I know you always have mustard, but that's not going in this salad dressing because the miso is taking place of the mustard. So, in any salad dressing, if you're making homemade dressing in any recipe, you will have likely, well, I'm sure there are recipes that don't use it, but I'm just saying, for a lot of salad dressings, you will have some sort of oil, some sort of sweetener, some sort of acidic component, so vinegar, and the, I would say, extra ingredient that sort of dictates which direction the flavor profile is going. So for this one, it's a miso-based dressing. In place of these ingredients here, in place of the miso, like if you were making a regular vinaigrette, you could have olive oil, again, sweetener, vinegar. So in place of the rice vinegar, you could have balsamic vinegar to make a balsamic vinaigrette. You could have apple cider vinegar to make an apple cider vinaigrette. You could have, if you want to go a bit like Caesar based, you could have white wine vinegar, red wine vinegar. Doesn't really matter. One of the other common recipes that we like to use in this house are either balsamic vinaigrettes or apple cider vinaigrettes. That would be the same base ingredients here. The only difference is instead of the rice wine vinegar, we would use whatever other type of vinegar. And then instead of the miso, we would use Dijon mustard. Dijon mustard goes in a lot of dressings. You can also substitute this for tahini if you want to make a tahini dressing. Tahini dressings, they pair really nice with like full salads that have a lot of warm components like roasted vegetables or grains. Tahini dressings are really nice on those. Tahini dressing, instead of the miso and instead of the rice wine vinegar, it would be oil, sweetener, tahini. You can add, again, we need acidity, so you can add lemon juice. You can add some Dijon mustard if you want in there as well. You can also put tahini with the miso. Like, these are kind of things that you could just experiment. As long as you have some oil, some sweetener, some acidic component, you can really just experiment from there. In all of the dressings though, you will also add salt and pepper. You add salt and pepper to pretty much everything you do in the kitchen. So this is something that you want to have on hand when entering the kitchen.
what we love about these salt and pepper shakers is they are, top is where they're not like this.
So one thing that my mom just mentioned that she loves about these, I hadn't really thought about it, but the top of the salt and pepper shakers, like it's actually on the top instead of on the bottom. So they don't make as much of a mess, because when they're sitting like this, often, you know, you lift it up and it just all falls out onto the countertop. So this is good because you lift it up, take it over to where you're going and shake it, flip it back over. Look at that, no mess. Wow. So you just want to keep an eye on the veggies. This is the point where I will turn the oven off. I'm going to keep them in there though. Some of the smaller ones, obviously, they're getting a little bit dark, but that's when you can test them out. You know, you like to take one, just test it out. It's a bit hot, so like, I'm just going to do like so. Put it back in there. Let it sit. So we're gonna quickly make the dressing now. So for this particular dressing, I'm gonna start with miso. I want like a big scoop of it, like probably like that much, maybe more. If I was making it for the whole salad, I'd probably double this recipe, but I'm probably gonna make it for like half the salad, but for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people. So yeah, a scoop of miso like that. Then I will put in some honey. Like, we want like a tablespoon of honey. I know this is a teaspoon, but it was like a heaping teaspoon, so. You can also use maple syrup. You could also use brown sugar if you wanted, or agave. Next, vinegar, rice wine vinegar. I want to just, I don't know, I'm going to use what I have here. So, I don't know, maybe that was like 1/4 cup-ish, just so it sort of covers what is in the container so far. You can put, doesn't really matter the order, you're going to mix it all up anyways. Some salt, some pepper, and then I'm gonna get a fork because miso tends to, you know, it's pretty thick, so you really want to make sure that you're stirring it thoroughly. Next, I'm gonna add some oil, probably, I don't know, similar to the amount of vinegar I used. Ooh, one other thing you can add to this, a little bit of lime juice if you have. I don't have lime juice at the moment, but I would add a little bit of lime juice, things like maybe sesame oil. Those taste nice in here. Then I'm gonna mix. Now that it's all come together, you wanna mix it till it's all smooth. So, depending on the dressing, sometimes it takes a little bit of mixing to actually get it to this consistency. But just keep going, it'll get there. If you need to add anything else to like thicken it up, sometimes you can add some more miso, whatever. Yum, that tastes really good. So, the dressing's done, the salad is for the most part done. We're gonna drain the frozen veggies. Again, you can use fresh corn. Fresh corn's nice. Corn on the cob, just like shave it off into there. And we're just gonna add those to the top. Okay, if you wanna add tomatoes, you can add tomatoes. Some people in my family don't like tomatoes, so I'm not gonna add them directly to the salad, but I might add some in mine after. We can also cut up the avocado. Same thing though, some people in my family don't like it, so I'm not gonna add it, but you know, just give it a nice swirl. Swirl. You wanna be careful though. with this part. Is it
right?
Is it ripe? It feels ripe on the side. It feels ripe enough to eat. So, you know, you just want to get the pit out. You want to get it out. Do whatever you have to do to get the pit out. I swear it feels ripe. So, whatever. You guys know how to cut an avocado. You know how to see if it's right. So, I trust that you'll be able to handle that part. Okay. Then, you know, you can cut it into cubes and then just scoop it out after. So, I don't know about you, but to me, this looks delicious, okay? This looks absolutely delicious. I like to chop my tomatoes, you know, even if you have these small ones, it's nice to like chop it up just so they sort of blend with the salad a bit more, because by themselves, they just kind of like float around. Then you only get like 4 tomatoes in the actual portion of salad you get. So I like to give them a little bit of a chop. Okay. So, just gonna sort of clean it up a little bit. Just by pushing it over to the side. I'll clean it up after. But I just want it to look nice for you guys. So, you have the salad and the dressing. The final toppings. Actually, I'm gonna put these over. Right. So we've cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. We have the salad here ready to go. We have the toppings that I'm gonna be adding to my salad. We have the dressing. Yum, look at that. I've grabbed a bowl just so I can like do a little bit. There's no one there. I'm just saying, I have a bowl because I'm gonna make a salad for you guys. I'm gonna take out the squash now. We see here, it does seem a bit charred on some of the pieces. No, but for the most part, this is fine. This is fine. Like these thinner pieces, but even if you taste the thinner pieces, they're still soft on the inside. They just look a bit brown, but it's fine. So now that we have the warm veg out of the oven, we have the salad here. Before I put together the salad, make up the salad, I'm going to show you the rest of the leftovers that we had in the fridge that me and the rest of my family are going to add to our various salads. So they made, what was it? You made burrito bowls the other day. So there's a little bit of beans and some brown rice. There's some more brown rice. There is salmon. I'm gonna add some salmon to mine and some chicken breasts, just some oven baked chicken breasts. Nothing fancy, just some meat and some grains. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to make a salad. Put it in the bowl. So first you wanna grab your hands, okay? Well, you can grab salad tongs again. If you've been making the salad, just between me and you, I've put my hands in the salad. My hands have been all in that salad. If people, you know, were coming to your kitchen now and you wanted to like, oh my gosh, let me just grab some salad for you. You can just use these and just over to the bowl. Everyone here knows I put my hands in the salad, so I'm gonna put my hands in the salad and I'm gonna grab a chunk of the salad out. But again, if you wanna be fancy with it, salad tongs. I kinda like to feel the salad. I kinda like to. So we have a salad in the bowl now. What I'm gonna do next, add the warm veg. Take a scoop of that, place it right on top. Yum. Now I'm gonna warm up some of my salmon. You can add it cold. In a salad, things like that doesn't really matter. Like if it's a little bit cold, if it's room temp, whatever. I'm gonna warm mine up, but do what you want. Also, now's the time where, while meat is like warming up, you can like go into your fridge and just sort of like look around see if there's anything else you want to add. Like for this salad, because it's sort of Asian inspired, I may add some of this spicy chili crisp on top. You can also add like hot peppers. Like this is what I mean. Go through your fridge. What is it? Go through your fridge door and just kind of like see what you have. Some people have like, you know, hot peppers, olives, whatever you have that you think may be cool to add. We have like these pickled beets. I'm not going to add them into this salad, but if I was making something like, you know, a little bit more of like a anything but miso, I may add the beets. But you know what I mean, like things like this. Because they just sit in your fridge half the time and you can use them up. Use what you have. Okay, so we have the chicken and the salmon. I'm gonna take the chicken over here. This chicken will be for my dog. The salmon, this one has skin on it. So like some people, you know, a little about the skin. I like the skin. I'm just gonna like chop it up. Just kind of like, I'm gonna put it in actually after I mix the salad. You can put it in now. Depends how, you know, incorporated you want the meat to be, especially with something like salmon that like flakes apart. You may want like the actual chunks. So I would say let's just put it on after. So I'm gonna put some dressing. Let's say I'm gonna give that a, obviously you want it to be nicely coated. You don't want it to be drenched, but that seems like a pretty good amount. I may add a little more just because I'm gonna add the salmon in. Like I said, I'm gonna add some of the spicy chili crisp. And if you haven't had spicy chili crisp, it literally is spicy chili crisp. That's what it is. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It is like a spicy chili flavored little crisp. I don't really know what a crisp is, but it is a crisp is what it is. I'm also gonna add in some avocado. Yeah, maybe like half an avocado. I'll add in some tomatoes. Mix that up. Look how good that looks. Yum. Who said veggies can't be fun? I love veggies. We love them. I just love the color. Look at the color. It's so amazing. Color. We want color. Okay. Then I'm gonna add this on top. And ta-da. Voila. Good to go. Yummy. Amazing. Looks amazing, right? Yes. And so for the people who are eating chicken, you know, you just cut up the chicken. You know how to cut up chicken. Cut up the chicken, do the same thing, throw it on the salad, mix it all up. Yum. There's your dinner. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, keep watching Human 2.0 home channel for other good videos. Bye.